Hello guys, welcome back to the GolfMagic channel. I'm Alex, the video and equipment editor here at GolfMagic, and today you're joining me for an unboxing video. Now, in my hands today, I've got a ShotScope V3 GPS and performance tracking watch. And today, I'm going to walk you through what would happen if you guys purchased it, how to set it up, and then just talk quickly about the product itself and what we're going to do over the next few weeks and months with the actual product. So let's get straight into it. As you can see, this is a ShotScope V3 GPS watch. But what's different about it is you can see it's got the GPS performance tracking, which I am really excited to try it because I know that there's a lot of information that is in this watch, a lot of stuff you can do with it, and I know that this actually can really help improve your game. So just looking at the box itself, you can see that it is a little bit different from just a standard GPS watch because you've got 16 tracking tags that's included, which you put on the end of your grip of golf clubs, similar to some other pink acros, but the thing with this is that it comes with GPS as well, so it's going to be really helpful towards your game. But you can see there that it's got the 16 tracking tips, and then just going through the box itself, you can see that obviously it is a GPS watch, and it has the automatic shot tracking, dynamic yardages with over 100 statistics on your game, and it conforms to the rule of golf. So there, it just seems like a standard GPS watch with some really nice display features that you have there for the hazards and for the front and back and the centre of the green. But then when we go around the box, you can see here, this is the really interesting bit because it's got a picture of an app, which you guys might be a little bit confused about. But with this GPS watch, you sync it with an app, either on the Android, Google Play, or App Store, and it really does kind of order about the watch itself. And you can see there that you've got tracking features and performance features for the watch. So you can, and I've looked into it already, you can use this watch to kind of look at the stats of your game, which means that if you've ever been on the PGA Tour.com website, and I recommend you do, go to the stats page, and there's tons of information about strokes gained, putts, everything like that. And this watch basically means you can have that too for your game. And if you do use this watch, what ShotScope have done is it says on the back of this box here how easy it is to actually improve your game with it. And it says the average golfer improvement with ShotScope performance tracking is 2.7 shots. That seems like a lot, but then when you read the small print and it says over 30 rounds, that's not even that much. So this shows that this watch isn't just something that will help you see how far the pin is. This can actually help your game. Let's see what's inside. So taking all the products out of the box, you can see here there are three main bits, and these are the most important bits that I'll talk about. There is also a charger that I've got just here, but I'm not going to include that in the shot. I have charged the watch already, and it is really easy to do. I had some problems in the past with some other watches where it doesn't take like a long time, but it is very difficult to actually put the little wires in the watch. But you can see that to avoid confusion, they've got a small quick start guide, and this is actually only about a few pages long, as you can see here. It's really easy to set up, and it doesn't need to be one that's like 50 pages long or anything, because all it does is push you towards the actual app that's on your phone. So it's not like it's going to take you 45 minutes to go through all the settings. The bit on the right here is those tracking tips that I talked to you about, and these are super easy to set up as well. I was a bit confused to begin with before this arrived, thinking how am I going to think which one's which, but if I don't drop it, as you can see here, it says on each of the tracking tips what it's supposed to be for. So this one's lob wedge, and it goes all the way down to driver. It has your putter as well, so really helpful and really easy just to put straight into your golf grip, and doesn't really take a long time either. But I would recommend doing this and putting all these in your clubs before you go to the course, because it would look a bit strange putting all these in your golf grips. But you've got 16 of those, so plenty even if you lose a few. Lastly, but the most important thing of this entire video is the watch. And you can see here it's got a really nice blue strap that is customizable. You can choose what color of strap you want. But if I turn it on, I know what's going to happen, but let's have a look. So you can see here it turns on and it instantly prompts us to go to the App Store. So this is why I would recommend, if you guys do have or are buying this, you set this up before you go to the course, because this is going to take a little bit of time. What happens when you actually go to the app on itself is it will ask you to connect to your watch here. I'll just show you on the screen. It says that I need to connect, and it will give you a code once it's done that. It will say, and it did say to me, that it wants to update the firmware, and this is why I would recommend that you guys do actually do this before you go to the course, because that for me took about half an hour for the firmware to update, and you wouldn't want to be in the middle of nowhere doing it because there could be some limited signal. But this was already pretty straightforward for me. I didn't have to do anything, and as soon as that was done, I then went and set up my account on ShotScope, which was unbelievably easy. It kind of asked you a few questions. If you're a right-handed golfer, what's your handicap, what's your age? Some of them were optional, but it didn't take long at all. And once you synced it up with your watch, which is very easy, you then saw on your phone that there are several features of this app. So this app is not just something that you'll use for a few minutes. You'll use this every single time you actually make a round. And that kind of makes sense because your phone has untapped technology that we want to use. So with this GPS watch, you can see that there is a performance section, there's a course section, there's a My Account section. There's plenty of things that you can do and set up those tracking tips as well. The performance section, I'll get into it in another part of the video, but this is the bit that's really going to help you improve your game. And I'll do a few rounds just so you guys can be really aware what my game is, where it's at, and how I can improve it based on what ShotScope is telling me. But you can see here, it already has the courses that I want to play. So I'm based in Brighton, so you can see that there are some courses that are around me that I could instantly go and play, and it would go and link straight up to the watch. So that just shows how easy this watch here is to actually make. It's got a lot of battery life. It took me about an hour and a half to charge, and it's already on full battery. I would recommend charging it for a bit longer than that just so it doesn't die, but it's got plenty of battery life, and I cannot wait to show you the next video where I go out on the course, test this thing out, see what data I'm getting from my game, and just show you how impressive this ShotScope watch is and the actual performance part of it and the stats that I get. So if you guys have enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like, because there'll be plenty more coming soon where I review more in detail of the ShotScope V3 GPS watch and just see what more is in store for us. If you guys are new around here, make sure you hit the subscribe button as well so you can keep up to date with all of our golf reviews, golf content, and much, much more to keep you guys entertained for all of 2021. I'll see you guys at the next video.